Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Megan, and I am back with another video in my Stephen King project, a project where I read every single Stephen King book in order chronologically from start to finish. Today we are in 1987, and I'm talking about Misery. This was a really good book. I loved it, I enjoyed it, and I know I only rated it 4 stars, but hear me out. It was good. It was good. It was good. I really liked it. Jumping right into this was so good. Like, I loved the plot. I loved, like, the suspense and the tension and all of that building and building and building. It was so good. Every week I was so excited to read to find out what was going to happen to Paul. The plot was just so good. It was like, so hard to put down because you're like, I just need to know if Paul's going to be okay. So basically, the premise of Misery is that we meet Paul Sheldon. He is a very famous writer. He locks himself away in these cabins. He writes these stories, and then once he's done, he goes home. So on his way home from writing his next novel, which actually is not a Misery novel, which to sidetrack here, I didn't realize Misery was her name. I didn't realize that Misery was like a series and like she was the main character of this series, so it's like the Misery series. Yeah, I had no idea. I've heard inklings of this novel. Like, I knew that it was about a number one fan who was very crazy and captured him, but I did not know that Misery was an actual like character. So yeah, so he's driving home, or he's driving, I guess, wherever he's going, and he gets into a car wreck. And then his number one fan, Annie Wilkes, finds him, takes him in, and is gonna heal him and make him better, I guess. Only she doesn't quite do that. She kind of keeps him hostage until she gets the ending of the book that she wants, because she didn't like the way he ended the Misery series. So she basically is like, I'm keeping you here until you do what I want you to do, and I'm going to torture you until you do that. So yeah, she's crazy, and it's all in Paul's point of view, so you never get Annie's point of view, but I think that worked really well because you didn't need her point of view, because you kind of just saw how psychotic and like sociopathic she was just through Paul's point of view. And like, you see him kind of losing himself along the way too, because he's like he's like, I need to, in order to stay alive, I need to appease her, I need to do what she says. And like, you see him losing himself, you see her losing herself, even though she probably lost herself a way long time ago. And then there are chapters where you see like bits and pieces of her from her life, and how crazy she is. Like, wow, crazy. So that's why I'm like, this was such a good book. Like, I was hooked. And then, as we were coming up to the ending, okay, this is why I rated it 4 stars, because the ending didn't leave me going, wow. I mean, I liked how Paul chose to, basically attack Annie. I liked that. I liked that he used her tactics against her. That was really clever. I really liked that. But then, like, I don't know, just the way that it ended. I don't know if it's the way that it ended per se per plot, but I think it was just the way that King wrote it. It was just like, everything was so fast paced, and then once you finally got to the ending, it just kind of chugged along and started dragging, and I'm like, why is this dragging? This needs to go on. We need to move. And then there's like additional scenes that he's added from the actual Misery book, and I'm like, okay, we don't need that now. We can move on. So I don't know. The ending just kind of went skrplunk a little bit, but that's not to say that this novel was not good. It was so good. It was like, and Annie is such an easy character to hate. Like, King just writes her in such a way that you're like, I don't like her. You don't really like her from the beginning. I mean, you kind of sort of feel bad for her, and you're kind of like, oh, okay, yeah, she's an interesting character. She has a lot of layers, but none of them are good. So it was just really interesting. So I really enjoyed this. So then after I read this, I watched the movie starring Kathy Bates, wow, she played a really good Annie. She carried that movie. She did a really, really good job. I really enjoyed it. I rated that movie, I think, 4 stars as well. Um, it was interesting because they added these two characters, like the sheriff and his wife, and I don't believe they were in the book. I know there is a sheriff in the book, and he comes out to the house or whatever, but in the movie they have them as like actual characters, and they're there to basically um, they're there for exposition more than anything else. I mean, they weren't exactly needed, but they were hilarious. So I'm kind of glad that they were there because they just kind of added this little to the movie. Um, I don't think the movie portrayed Annie as crazy as she was. They tried. They did try. Like they brought out her book of memories, um, but it just didn't hold the same way that the book did. The book showed her as just completely like she has no self-awareness. She has no like there's just nothing left of like she's not a human being basically. She's just I don't even know what to call her. She's literally just a shell of something, of what used to be. Or maybe she never was. Cuz in the book it's her obsessions with things started at a very young age. So maybe she never actually was fully formed in the brain. I don't know. But yeah, in the movie, she doesn't really, you don't really feel that. So I'm like, it was a good movie and it was a good adaptation. They did a really good job. Um, but like I say, it was just missing something for me so that like, but they did the ending really good. Like I actually liked the way that they had ended it. I think that's kind of the way I would have pictured it in my head had the book not like dragged it out so much. I think they did a good job with that. So yeah, those are my thoughts. I feel like I rambled for like 10 minutes on blob de blob, but that was Misery. I enjoyed it. I feel like it's been a really long time since I made a video, so my thoughts are just all over the place. So this concludes my Misery part, and now my next King read will be the Tommyknockers, which I've already started. This is gonna take me quite a while. It's very chonky. It's like over 700 pages. Yeah, it's like 740 something, 47 pages. So this is gonna take me a little while. I'm probably not gonna be back until like maybe October, November talking about the Tommyknockers. I've only heard of this book. I don't actually know anything about it. If you've read it, you can let me know, but no spoilers. But if you've read Misery, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to know everything about it and all your thoughts and all your feelings because I've read this and I want to know. So, that is all I have for you guys today. So, if you liked this video, give it a like, a thumbs up, a subscribe, a do your thing, and I will see you all in my next video. So, thanks then. Bye, guys!